What is up, everybody? Welcome to another fresh take. Vicky, how are you?
I am amazing.
You're a little
I
too happy for this episode of death and
listen
destruction that we just had.
because we about to go in. I sent you my little notes. I was like, "Oh, this one too good." I was like, "Jay, did you watch?" And you're like, "Yes." I was like, "Okay, I gotta send you my notes." Now I don't do notes. Jay will tell you. Do I do notes,
no,
Jay?
no, you do not.
Then you know it's good. Only when something's really, really good do I have to immediately text Jay because I can't forget my talking points.
Yeah, this man. Okay, I don't understand how you supposed to up the ante every episode, but they find a way to up the ante every episode. I did not expect this episode to go the way it did. One of my favorite comic arcs when I first started reading comics. Matter of fact, my first crossover was Executioner Song. Right after Executioner Song was Fatal Attractions, and the big standout moment from the Fatal Attractions four issues was what happened at the end of this episode, which I never thought they would ever do. I never thought it would ever get animated. I never thought we would ever see them do what they did.
It's 2024, baby.
And we
What
streaming, so
you mean?
we streaming, so we ain't gotta worry about censors. So apparently we gotta worry about censors. So this episode could possibly be called the roasting of Charles Xavier because he was getting it from everybody to
Listen,
begin this episode.
first note. I said it. I said I would have smacked his hand and tipped over the wheelchair if I was Cyclops. When he put out his hand talking about we could come together, I had a baby, lost my baby. Turns out my wife was not my wife. Lost her. Gambit dead. Everybody is scattered everywhere. And you think you could just put your hand out? Get that mess out of here. Like I would fight that man in the wheelchair. I would fight him in the wheelchair.
What Magneto did was worse. He basically said, "Why'd you come back here? You had your little harpy in space." I'm like, whoa!
What did I say? Out there chasing space coochie.
Oh, dang, between Deathbird calling us a Milky Way ghetto and Magneto and Space Harpies, I'm like, yeah, okay. Y'all are roasting this man. But the one thing that I did find funny, like, Roberto DaCosta, why you talking? Why you talking? You knew. Why you talking? You've been in that match all of what? 2 months? Man, sit down and shut up somewhere. You ain't got no business talking, and they gonna take the bad guy side, quote unquote. Like, dude, seriously. Rogue once again being Rogue.
Listen.
Black Twitter hates Rogue right now.
And I'm a Rogue fan.
Yeah.
But so let me take another note. As per my brother, Magneto pulled up with his asteroid and went full Kendrick on Charles.
Yeah, he did.
He's not like us. Cause ain't no way Xavier gonna show up after Genosha and talking about we gotta work with the humans. Is you serious right now? Like the planet gonna die. So? And
basically.
I would feel the same way. And it's too fresh for people to just be like,
Yeah, that's the problem.
Let's work with them. No, it's too fresh.
Yeah,
it is too fresh. There'll be no way. And in my last note, because we're in this same If my side dude don't roll up on his own asteroid to sweep me away from the foolishness, I don't want him.
Okay, that's toxic, but all right.
Because you see how her quote unquote father figure acted. I need to go.
Yeah,
I could not stay and look at Xavier.
you know what was funny? Like when Storm came back, everybody was cool. Everybody was cool when Storm came back. When Xavier came back, everybody was like on site. I'm like, what?
The Storm left because she lost her power. She was going through a crisis. She was going through some things.
Yeah.
Xavier left because they thought he was dying.
Yeah.
But Xavier stayed away, and that was the problem.
Yeah, that was the problem. He should have. Once they healed, he should have came back. He
don't necessarily have to come back because he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
He didn't even contact them.
Yeah. Well,
he didn't reach out.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it was that whole episode of him like, yeah, hey, look, can I at least call him? And they're like, no. I'm like, you're the most powerful telepath in the world, in the galaxy. You can contact them if you want to.
If anything else, you can at least reach out directly to Jean Grey. Even if all other communication, you could. So
that part was fun, but like, yeah, they roasted. Like, the first 15 minutes of this was nothing but a roasting of Charles Xavier.
They should do more. Like I said, they should tip over his wheelchair.
Yeah, the mansion was all jacked up. And the one thing I do like about the episode that I thought was very important that they actually acknowledged was the fact that Magneto had already killed like so many people, because once that EMP hit, people that was on pacemakers, people that was in the hospital on life support, they all died.
Everybody died.
Yeah, they did not sit up and lie and be like, oh, they could have lived. No, they're dead. And that was what Xavier was trying to be like, look, man, look, work with me. We can get Bastion. We know where he is, but you got to cut the lights back on.
But you know what? Did Bastion do all this like on purpose for Magneto to zap the world?
Yeah.
Because like at one point when he says, he was like, it's quiet now. Because think about it, to be in this modern world and hear all the machines all the time. Mm-hmm. There is no way, unless you're on some remote island, everything's going to make noise. Yeah. So I'm like, it would drive you crazy.
I think his plan was to make Magneto lose it, to show his true colors. Because remember, the first thing he said in that second episode was, don't make me let you down. And Genosha made him like, all right, you know what? Bet. So I think that's what that was. Now, I don't think he expected him to do a planet-wide EMP. I don't think he expected that, but
now I feel like he was kind of hoping for that.
You're dealing with an Omega level mutant. So that's that. Now, I also love the fact that it was Storm that was saying, hey, look, the planet dying. He got to stop doing this. Like, Storm was like, look, he got to stop doing this because I can feel it. The planet's dying. And we only got 12 hours, essentially. We got 12 hours to stop Bastion, try to convince Magneto to calm the F down, and turn the lights back on. Basically, essentially. And so they broke up into two teams, which I thought was actually interesting because they basically, if you read comics in the 90s, the Uncanny X-Men was the gold team, X-Men was the blue team. Uncanny was led by Storm, X-Men was led by Cyclops. That's how they separated the teams out. That's why, because people keep saying, like, why did they let Wolverine go to the person who had the to the Master Max? Because he was on the blue team. In the comic, that's the team he was with.
Okay.
So that's why he went there. And on top of that, Wolverine was going to do that. He was going to do the job. Like, everybody else wasn't going to do it. He was going to do it. Like, Wolverine was the killer. Like, if it all came down to it, Wolverine take the shot. Because Wolverine will take the shot when nobody else will. Cyclops won't take the shot. He'll talk a good game, but he won't take the shot. Xavier didn't until that moment. But it was Wolverine that usually was the guy. Okay, if push come to shove, hey Wolverine, do what you known for doing. And let's be real. Once again, this episode, everything was alright to the last 10 minutes.
Ooh, when things went wrong. Things went wrong.
Now I gotta ask you this. So we do have the Jean Sinister fight, which I thought was actually pretty good. That Jean and Sinister fight was good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people got mad because Cable kills her. He didn't kill her, by the way. Cable kills her because they're like, how can he overpower Jean? Well, that's kind of the reason why Sinister made a clone of Jean for Cyclops to get her pregnant, because their DNA matched up genetically, and that's what he wanted because he is afraid of apocalypse. And Nathan's whole existence is for him to fight apocalypse. That's pretty much what it's for. And that's why Sinister did what he did. So him being able to overpower a Jean Grey who is holding back, once again, she's holding back. She don't want to kill him. It ain't like they going toe-to-toe, power. She don't want to kill him. So, yeah. And the other thing, too, is Phoenix ain't letting Jean die. Phoenix is not going to let Jean die. The Phoenix will never let Jean die. Not head up. You're going to have to be extremely powerful to kill Jean with the Phoenix, with a piece of the Phoenix inside her.
Exactly.
So that's not, he didn't kill Jean. So Jean ain't dead. I know they showed Storm get shot in the back by Sentinel in Fallen Ocean. She's not dead. The only person who is literally teetering is Wolverine, because the last page of Fatal Attractions, X-Men number 25, Magneto rips the adamantium off of Wolverine's bones, and it goes through all of his exposed wounds. In this episode, they showed that exactly how it went. Now, I never expected them to ever do that. And they did it.
It's like that moment. I don't know if anybody else actually read the Walking Dead comics, but I read the Walking Dead comics. And there's the moment when you're flipping through and you watch Negan kill Glenn.
Yeah, that part.
And it was in black and white. And it was the most horrific thing I was like, oh my gosh!
And that was disturbing the way they did that.
And that was black and white.
Yeah.
This, even though it was like a flash of it, you're like, oh my gosh! Like you knew that he just was like.
It was the skin bubbling. That's the part that they did a good job of showing. Because in the comic, you can't really see that. And they show him like hold him straight out, and the skin starts bubbling. So you're like, no, they're not finna do it. And then they just show it rip out. And then they cut to black. I'm like, bro, they know how to do
it. No, Queen, I see you. I appreciate you being here. It was good. But yeah, like, I was like, did they just?
Yep.
I mean, in my head, I was always like, anytime Magneto fights Wolverine, I was like,
why are you doing this?
Why? I feel like you should never go up against Wolverine go up against Magneto when you are walking
metal.
Yeah. I feel like that's just poor decisions. And while yes, he does what he does best. I see Jay, you said that. Not against the mutant that can be like, let me rip that little bit of you know that little protective coating you got on your bones. Hold on, thank you. Wolverine's not that brave. Yeah.
No, well, not when he's upset. But the thing is, Wolverine caught him. He stabbed him. He he's sitting there bleeding out. Magneto is bleeding out. This is pretty much two of the last things he's gonna do. Is he's bleeding. That's why Xavier was like pleading with him not to do it. And if you read that comic, what happens on the next page is where that episode, where the season finale better start. Because the next page is basically Xavier losing it. And that's what I want to see. I want to see Xavier lose it. And I want to see him go full, like, because people think that Xavier's power is like, yeah, he at Omega level, but he could just read minds and all that. Nah, I don't think you understand.
No, he's a lot more than that.
He's a whole lot more than that. And this, the way they're doing this, because I was thinking about, okay, they killed Gambit. They just did this to Wolverine. Now, in the E for Extinction story, one of the things that happens when after that is over with, Apocalypse shows up with new horsemen. You want to know who two of the new horsemen were? One of them was Gambit, one of them was Wolverine. So I'm like, I'm wondering if that's why they're doing it the way they're doing it. So when Apocalypse shows up, they can do that part of the whole story. So I was sitting at this episode, I'm like, we only got one more episode left. This is gonna be a hard wait till season 2. This is gonna be a hard wait.
And it's like, how many episodes have we had?
9. It was only 10 episodes.
It's only 10 episodes. 10 episodes of very not even hour-long episodes.
I think the longest one has been 34 minutes.
So, like, it's like
I'm gonna need an hour.
Right, like we gonna be over here fiending for season 2. I mean, each week we've been feeding for the next episode because every episode ends on a cliffhanger that makes you want to throw yourself off the cliff. And oh my gosh, baby!
And I don't know what cliffhanger they're gonna leave off with episode 10 with, because I'm like, all I know is I'm like, please let the episode be an hour. Please let the episode be an hour, because there's a lot I would like. I'm wondering what they're gonna do, but 35 minutes ain't gonna cut it.
No. And you imagine they was just rude. You're like, you know what? Let's do 23 minutes. We gonna be
there. That would be messed up. But J Biggs, yes, that's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Season 2 is gonna be Onslaught and Apocalypse. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. I'm thinking Bastion gets dealt with in some way, shape, or form next Wednesday. I think that's what happens this coming Wednesday. But season 2 is Onslaught and Apocalypse, which would make a whole lot of sense, actually. Because Onslaught is one of those villains that I think it's gonna be hard to do, but it's gonna be cool because of how that character was set up in the comics, and Xavier and Magneto having to be like that, because that's how they squash their beef. Because they had to fight that thing, and that thing was them.
But I would like fight somebody with a 23-minute episode. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
That would be hilarious if they did that, though, seriously. But I'm thinking, because like, and Onslaught is a perfect way to bring in the Avengers, because they did Onslaught. The first people Onslaught beats the brakes off of is the Avengers. No, it was the Avengers and the X-Men. He did them both. He beat them both at the same time. That's how proud. That's how OP Onslaught is.
I mean,
I love Onslaught. He's like one of my favorite Marvel characters.
I feel like they should sneak in Ghost Rider somewhere, just for me.
Was Ghost Rider in it? No, Ghost Rider wasn't. They just had I think one of the tie-ins had him and Elektra helping Wolverine. That was just one of the tie-ins.
Yeah, but just sneak him in. Just for me.
Just for you.
I feel like I don't know how many Ghost Rider fans are really, really out there.
To be fair, though, I never understood why they never did a Midnight Suns animation during the 90s. I thought they would have did that. I really thought they would have did that. But
I read Ghost Rider and I read Midnight Sun. So it's like,
because wait a minute, did he make a cameo in the Original. He did make a cameo in the original.
I don't know. Probably. I don't see why not.
Yeah, because it was well, not really a cameo, but he did show up during the Brood situation. So yeah, I don't know which Ghost Rider it was. They just showed the flaming skull and the bite. So he did, because the X-Men, the animated series, had a whole lot of cameos in there. Like
Yeah.
the spot, everybody knows the 2 episode Spider-Man thing. They had Iceman, they had Cap show up, they had there was an Iron Man thing in there one season. So they had stuff in there. Punisher, they had stuff in there for that. So I don't see why not, or do what they normally do and let morph into somebody. Which I did like Morph doing the morph smash when he turned into Hulk. That was funny. That was really really funny. I enjoyed that. The thing that I'm liking what they doing with morph is to get the cameo that they want for somebody, they'll just have him turn into that person and do their power set and then get knocked out of it. So I actually like that. J Biggs, that would be cool, but I don't know if they would do that or not.
Hi, CPT.
I don't know if they do that or not.
How did they solve the EMP problem? If you were to guess.
See, it depends
We
on
don't have Iron Man and Reed Richards.
Well, they already showed Spider-Man, so I'm like, Peter Parker would probably be the one to actually do.
Peter Parker is, yeah. Because, I mean, I guess we always forget how intelligent he is.
Yeah,
he's very intelligent, very much the science guy. I mean, that's how he got caught up anyway. Yeah. So,
and the thing is, he has to do stuff faster than Reed and Tony, because he don't usually have time. Like, they usually have time to figure stuff out. Peter usually don't. And that's why
Peter don't, and Peter doesn't have all the money.
No, so
and the lab and all that stuff that the other two have. He got to figure all it out.
Yeah,
from the bodega on the corner.
Basically, yeah. He got to figure stuff out. And he only has usually 20 minutes to do it. So, they're hinting at it with Forge. They kind of did, but we're just gonna have, because they were going to use the thing on Bastion, the neutralizer on Bastion, but it takes out mutant powers too. So that's why that's why him and Beast had to finagle with it a little bit more. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna have to. Well, the way this episode ended, Xavier should take out Magneto next week, and that should lay the seed for Onslaught.
So, short of Xavier taking over Magneto's body to make him turn everything back on, if they kill Magneto, that doesn't turn everything back on.
Technically, no.
So,
but if he takes, what Xavier's going to do was hijack his mind and then use his power to turn it back on.
Yeah.
So that's probably what.
So that's why sending in Wolverine to stab him, were they going to beat him unconscious? And then Xavier was like, what was the actual plan?
Well, the plan was to try to reason with him, but Magneto wasn't trying to hit it. Magneto was not trying to hit it. So, and somebody on Twitter, they made a great point. It was like, dude, you heard him when he said he saw a kid die. He saw Leech die. You're not reasoning with that. You're not. He's
and not even just saw him die.
Yeah.
That, the kid ran up to him like, you'll protect me. Yeah. And he literally held him in his arms.
And
as he knew that this child was going to die.
Yeah.
As he held him. Like, we're going to die. So,
and then he had to live.
How do you not want to raise the whole earth at that point? Yeah. How would you not want to just take out all humans alike? And
everybody can get this work. Because remember, he gets kidnapped by Bastion, and who does he see walk in with a Bastion uniform on? Val Cooper. So at this point, he like, none of y'all good. All y'all can get this work.
And
I'm
I
killing
agree.
all of y'all.
I'm
killing every last one of y'all.
Now, everybody, like, I don't know anybody who doesn't agree with Magneto. I want to know, in that instance, is there anybody out there who wouldn't take the same path as Magneto?
I think
besides dumb behind Xavier.
And the reason why Xavier wouldn't, because Xavier wasn't there. If Xavier was there and had witnessed Genosha, he wouldn't have been like that either. Him and Magneto are strikingly similar on a lot of things, but if he would have been here, and I think that's why I got to give the writers props for this. Keeping Xavier off Earth while that happened, but have him feel Gambit dying was probably the best thing to do, because when he comes back, nobody wants to hear it, and because he wasn't there.
Yeah. So,
I don't. If Leech doesn't die in his arms, I could be like, dude, come on, Magneto, man, you tripping. But because when it's a kid, I'm like, bruh, I wash my hands of it. Kill him. Kill him.
So G-Class over here says, kill all the humans. You can't trust them. Matter of fact, what I gotta take to be a mutant, I'll do it. No, I agree. I'm a human, and you know what? If I can't be a mutant, I understand.
Yeah,
I understand if you gotta take me out too. I understand, because one bad apple spoils a bunch, and you know what? Everybody get it.
Yeah, everybody can get that work. So I mean, at this point, I think that's the other reason for Val's monologue in the previous episode, because she was like, that was basically her washing her hands of it, because she was like, I screwed up, and he was right. We know better.
Yeah,
we know better, and we don't do better. And unfortunately, we finna have to pay the price. He told us, don't let me make you down. Don't let me let you down. Y'all did it because you were following Bastion and Sinister, which I'm like, wait a minute. Why the hell would you follow? Why the hell would you trust Sinister again? Why? Like, dude, that's untrustworthy.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you for saying that. That dude looks so untrustworthy. There is no way. I would not trust that. I would not trust him with nothing. Like, are you serious? Do you not look? He looks shisty. He looks like he'll sell you a car with no engine. Like, he looks like, come on. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, that's how I'm like, AI can't be that smart if they damn trusted that dude. AI can't be that smart. If they trusted Sinister,
ain't no way.
Because I'm sitting up here looking, I'm like, Sinister always has a backup plan and another plan and a thing on the other side. I'm like, Bastion, you can't be that stupid.
At all.
You can't be that stupid. So I'm like, bruh, yeah. Overall, though, I thought this episode, like, up to ante. They really did do what I did not think they were ever gonna do. And wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Y'all did it. Y'all actually ripped the adamantium off of Wolverine's bones, and y'all showed it.
I ain't even mad at it. Like,
so the question now is, because and you want to know something funny that I thought was hilarious? They showed Rogue's face, and she was like, "Yeah."
It's like,
what did you expect?
It's like, Rogue, sweetie. Do you not know who Magneto is? I mean, I know. See, the problem with Rogue is
she's grieving.
She's grieving.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you was booed up with this man before all of this happened. So it's not even like I could be like, oh, she's grieving, she's all over the place, blah, blah, blah. So if she gets with him after Genosha happened, I would understand. She's all over the place, then killed Gambit, all that stuff. But you had already walked away from Gambit to be with, your middle Sky Daddy. And like, so it's like,
you can't feel for her.
I can't.
She's
Like,
too messy.
Yeah, it's
She's
too messy. It's too toxic, girl. It's too
Yeah.
toxic. So, and I just no, I can't defend you. I can't defend you.
Like, look, Black Twitter has been on it about Roll.
Because you can't defend her.
Yeah, you can't defend it.
Like I try, but you can't.
I mean, because I think the other thing that actually pisses people off is, one, everybody loves Gambit, and two, Gambit could have had any woman he wanted to, but he remained faithful to her. In the first chance she get to actually touch somebody
that can touch her,
she like, look, I'm gonna go with him so I can get my back blown out. You cool, right? Like, whoa.
Like,
whoa,
girl, you could have wore a full body latex suit. There's a will, there's a way. Let me tell you, okay? Like, sis.
So a lot of people is just being like, wow, like, because the explanation she gave in episode 5 was basically, look, I'm finna go get laid. So we can be friends, right?
I don't know what to tell you.
And then, on the flip side of that, now I chose him after, mind you, you have a sky dance, a sensual one at that. Then you make out with him while he's looking up. I'm like, and meanwhile, Madeline Pryor over there like, if y'all broke up, you come to my room. That's how Madeline was looking. I'm sitting there like, wow. And then you say, oh, I chose him, but you didn't tell him that. So he dies thinking you chose Magneto.
Yes.
So now she feels guilty, and that's why she's acting like that. That's why she's all over the place like that, because she feels guilty. And everybody knows it. Wolverine knows it. Nightcrawler knows it. Everybody knows it. So the only reason why you acting the way you acting is because of that. So, like, when Magneto does what he does to Wolverine, why you still up here looking shocked?
Yeah. So Queen of Shelby says Gambit is my favorite. He is a fan favorite. G-Class says nasty work by Rogue. Very, very. Like, I can't defend you. Sis. I can't do it. I'm sorry. So I don't know. Ain't nothing I can do about her. So she can go ahead on. Go ahead on, sis.
And the other thing is, what the hell, Bishop? I thought Bishop was in 3 episodes. He ain't came back. Just 6. Cable and full on came back. What the hell, Bishop had?
Bishop like, this is too messy for me.
Yeah, Bishop like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take the baby because I need to save the baby. I'll take the baby. Y'all stay over there. Y'all stay there. I'm gonna take the baby.
Oh, G-Class said at some point they said that Bishop got lost in the time stream.
Oh boy.
Everybody, why people get lost in time stream?
That's what he told it. Hey, Cable, this what you need to tell people. If they ask where I'm at, just tell them I'm floating in time. But you right, I'm floating in time.
Didn't Flash get lost through the time stream at one point? Right? It was one. Right?
It was one of those. Yeah.
Why everybody get lost in the time stream?
I have no idea, but
I want to know.
I can see Bishop lying though, because he's just like, man, this is nah, bro. This is y'all acting up. No, I'm not gonna be around this foolishness. I'm not gonna be around this foolishness.
He gonna come back at the end with the long hair.
Yep, with the Jerry curl.
Listen, I ain't even mad at it.
That soul glow. He'll come back with the soul glow.
Nah, like he could come back with long locks. I think that would be very nice.
Oh, come back where they drew him when he had full on locks. Okay.
Yeah, I would go with that look.
I go to Jerry curl just to really mess with people. But yeah, that I do like the addition of Nightcrawler because I always like Kurt. Kurt's always been cool.
Oh, yeah,
Kurt's always been cool.
And I know he's like trying to talk to Rogue, save her from herself.
Yeah, he needs to stop though.
Nah, like let her spiral.
Yeah, it ain't working, bro. But he gonna help his sister out. So there is that. I don't want it to be over.
Nope.
Next week, I really don't want it to be over. Like 10 episodes ain't enough, man. This is too good. 10 episodes is not enough. Now the question does become, because season 2 is supposedly already done. Season 3 got greenlit, but season 2 is already done. Allegedly. So if it is, do you show What If season 3 this summer and let the fall or winter animation animated show be season 2?
Maybe.
I mean, that's what I would do. I would not wait till next year to show this. I wouldn't. So, but that's just me. I'm greedy like that. I want my next 10 episodes. But I do think that this is probably one of the best things they did in a long time. To be honest, the other question is, since they're doing the live action, I'm like, y'all do know that everybody loving this. Like, y'all gonna have the live action people gonna have a tough road to climb if they don't let the X-Men '97 writing team write that movie.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna have a real tough climb. So, because everybody's gonna be expecting this, they're not gonna be expect. They're not gonna. They're gonna be expecting what they've done. So, Jay Biggs, I would love to see Colossus and Angel as well. I'm not the biggest Iceman fan, but I get why he should probably be there. Um, plus he did. Plus he was in the original, so that would actually be cool if they actually have him come back. And not let it be a morph thing. Like actually have the characters Colossus, Angel, and Iceman show up. I always thought it was interesting because they kept lingering on that picture of the original 5 with Angel and Iceman. They kept lingering on that picture. The This episode and the last episode, so I can see that them showing up at some point because they're gonna need some kind of backup, especially with you know stuff going haywire as it is right now. So they can use all the help they can get. I'll put it like that. They can use
Mm-hmm.
all the help they can get. But yeah, I am looking forward to Wednesday. I'm probably gonna be up at 3 a.m. because I need to watch it before I go to work. I just need to watch it. Dasher would be cool. I got a bad feeling though, and I hope they don't. I hope they don't do this. I hope they don't time loop this thing where something happens. They couldn't stop. They couldn't change Genosha, but they can change this. I don't want them to do that.
Oh, what? Go back in time and
Time,
fix
yeah,
it?
go back
Oh,
in time and make it where like Wolverine doesn't get the adamantium lifted out of him. They find a way to convince Magneto not to do to turn the lights back on and all that stuff. I hope they don't do that. Somebody hinted that they may do that. I'm like, dude, I hope they don't do that because that is I hate when they do cop outs, and that to me would be a big cop out. So
mm-hmm.
I'm hoping they don't do that. But it would be cool if they did show like at least like Angel and Iceman show up next week to help out. Like Xavier put out a call or whatever. But I know what the first shot of Wednesday's episode should be. It should be that next page where Xavier blasts Magneto and pretty much, you know, puts an end to it.
Yeah.
Period. So that should be the first shot of the next episode, and hopefully next episode is at least 45 minutes. I'm like, dude, this 30 minutes, nah, because sometimes I feel like it go by too fast.
Mm-hmm.
So please, 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 please be 45 minutes, please. A TV hour. Please let it be a TV hour at least. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed the episode. I have nothing negative to say about the episode. I really don't. I think they have went above and beyond what my expectations was. I just wanted it to be a good show and a solid follow up, and they have exceeded on every level to me. So, final thoughts, Vicky?
I look forward to what's gonna happen next because it's gonna be a lot. I think
Mm,
it's gonna be a wild ride next week.
yeah, Wednesday's gonna be crazy. Wednesday's really gonna be crazy. Okay, so there's no Winging the Podcast tonight because it's Mother's Day. So hope everybody had a chance to hang out with your moms. If you're not, I know some people like to take their moms to dinner and stuff like that. I hope everybody's having fun. Pampering moms up today. Don't forget BIPOC Streamer Awards round 2 voting is going on right now. So don't forget to vote over on the BIPOC Streamer Awards page. Is there anything else I need to get out? Had a fresh take with Trey Vito. We talked about the Tales of the Empire limited anthology, the anthology series that came out on Disney Plus. So check that out. We did that on Thursday. So check that out. We talked about the Barry Sophie and Morgan Elsbeth shorts that they did. I actually like the anthology thing that they do with the Tales of Star Wars stuff because it actually fills in the gaps for some of the characters, and I think it actually works out like it actually works really well, in my opinion. But yeah, check that out. And I think that's all I got. Vicky, anything you want to pimp out?
Yeah, as always, come on by Fangirl Review on all platforms. And yeah, like you said, voting's right now for BIPOC Streamer Awards. And yeah, Monday is horror streams. Wednesday, I'm doing like a birthday stream ish. It's not going to be as intense as past years. It's going to be more chill. But should be fun.
Okay. Jay, the only reason why I skipped over the classic costumes because I don't believe in draws being worn on the outside of pants. I'm sorry. I don't know why it just didn't. I guess it just skipped my mind because I'm so used to seeing them because they always bring them back in the comics every so often. So that probably just skipped my mind, honestly. But yeah, the classic costumes are in it. Well, the 70s costumes are in there. That's what they pretty much wear when they do their split. Well, the people that have them, I should say. Jean, Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm came in with that one. Yeah. So yeah, we do get those. It was all right seeing them. It does slip my mind because every now and then in the comics they do that. So it did kind of slip my mind. So my fault. But yeah, classic costumes from the 70s are in there.
Wait, I'm sorry. G-Class says an hour? Now you're getting greedy. I'm sorry. I want to be greedy.
For this, yeah.
Let's all collectively be greedy. Yeah. We ain't taking that little 30 minutes, that little raggedy 34 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I think the fans deserve an hour, a TV hour, which is like what 45 to 48 minutes, a TV hour. Yeah, a TV hour. So
we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll get 23 minutes, like I said.
Yep. So thank you, everybody. We appreciate you for stopping through. We will be back next week. Also, the Winging the Podcast will be back next week. So
I'll be on vacation.
Yes, you will be on vacation. So how you want to do this? I got to get home. We got to do the season finale.
I know. I have to be on my phone.
Okay, we'll just have to do it like that then.
I would just have to do it like that.
Yeah.
You'll just have to do it like that because, I can't put it off. So I'll just have to be on my phone. The one time I was on my phone, it worked, and I was driving. So I'll just have
that bad.
This time I won't be on my phone. I'll just we can do that. Okay,
cool. Well, that'll do it for us. Everybody else have a lovely evening. Y'all be safe if y'all going out, and we'll see you guys next Sunday. Peace out, people.
Bye.